Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is about the Spadex mission. Space exploration has always captured the human imagination, and here on Earth, one organization is pushing the boundaries of what we can achieve. ISRO, India's very own space agency. But today we are diving into one of the most exciting, groundbreaking projects, Spadex. SpadeX, short for Space Physics and Atmospheric Data Experiment, is the project that's unlocking mysteries about space weather, solar radiation, and how they affect our planet. But what makes this mission truly unique? And why should we all pay attention to it? Let's break it down. So, before we learn what SpadeX mission actually is, let's get acquainted with a very important term, docking. What is docking? Joining two spacecrafts or two parts is known as docking. Just like bogies attached to train engine, attaching two satellite parts in space is called docking. Why ISRO wants to join the spacecraft's parts in space? Why can't it join on the Earth itself? ISRO's vision is different. Both the satellites are traveling with 28,000 km per hour speed before they meet. Only America, Russia, China, Japan, and European countries have the technology of docking. So, what's the use of this? There are two space stations in this space. The first one is International Space Station, owned by America. The second one is Pyongyang Space Station, owned by China. These space stations rotate in the lower orbit of the Earth. They weigh about 4,20,000 kgs and the area will be around 4,000 square feet. Did they actually launch this big space station in one go? The answer is no. They joined them as small parts. These parts are called modules. Connecting these modules is known as docking. Astronauts are launched by spacecrafts and they get attached to the ports that are present on this space station. This way, astronauts go to space to conduct experiments in the space station. Recently, Sunita Williams went to their space station, but they faced some technical issue of helium gas leakage, so she had to stay back till the issue resolves. Now that we have learned what docking is, and China countries have constructed some big space stations in the space with this technique of docking, now we'll learn what's the need of space station. The space stations observe the Earth and remaining planets all the time. Natural disasters can be predicted way before. Space stations observe the enemies move during the wars. This space station only belongs to China and America so far, but India is planning to construct a space station by 2030. So we basically need how to attach two modules. So we are experimenting this docking technology through the SpadeX mission. So this mission is basically the first step to construct our space station in 2030. Now let's come into our main point. What is SpadeX mission? On December 30th, 2024, PSLV rocket took two small aircrafts weighing just 220 kgs. These two spacecrafts are launched at a time at 470-kilometer height from the Earth's surface in its lower orbit. PSLV's work is only to drop these spacecrafts in the space. The next work will be done by the spacecrafts themselves. As said, there are two parts. The first one is chaser and the second one is the target. Both the spacecrafts rotate with 10 to 20 kilometer distance between them. The chaser goes slowly towards the target and the chaser drops its speed from 28,000 km per hour to 10 mm per second and get attached to the target. Once they get docked, there will be an electric transfer between them and then again they will undock. Now, why undocking? This is very important. In future, after building our own space station, we will be sending astronauts to space. The astronauts will perform experiments in the space station once they get attached to the port. They can return back only if they can undock themselves. So, SpadeX mission is to successfully do docking and undocking finally. Now let's see what's the current status of the Spadex mission. So according to ISRO, docking should be done on January 7th, 2025, but it got postponed. Latest update is target and chaser are just 15 meters apart and docking is going to happen in few hours. Why is SpadeX getting delayed? ISRO reported that they got errors while reducing the distance between the spacecrafts from 500 meters to 225 meters, so they postponed it. The issues they faced are the relative velocity between the chaser and target should be zero. That means both the satellites should travel with the same speed. But in our mission, the error is that the relative velocity isn't zero. Sometimes it's going beyond it. The next issue is our satellites only weigh 220 kgs. Because of weather conditions, they are getting drifted few times. This is the reason why the SpadeX mission of docking is getting delayed. Now we'll see how SpadeX mission is needed for Chandrayaan 4 as well. In Chandrayaan 3, we discovered the technology to go to moon, but we don't know how to come back. Coming back can be done by docking. In Chandrayaan 4, we will be sending an orbital satellite and a lunar satellite from Earth. Once the two satellites go to space, they rotate around the Earth orbit. They slowly change their direction and reaches the moon's orbit. Orbiter module remains in the moon's orbit while the lunar module falls on the moon's surface. Once the experimentation is done, the lunar module gets docked to the orbiter module that is waiting in the moon's orbit. These two, which means the orbiter module as well as the lunar module, together reaches the Earth's orbit from the moon's orbit and then finally to the Earth's surface. So, with successful launch of SpadeX mission, it will make India the fourth country after USA, Russia and China in the world to achieve this feat. SpadeX mission is expected to be a stepping stone for India's future endeavors in space exploration, which includes getting rocks and soils from the moon to the earth, the proposed Bharatiya Antariksha station and landing the astronauts on the lunar station. As we have seen today, SpadeX is more than just a space experiment. It's a game changer for both India and the world. If you found this video fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on more amazing missions like this. Got any questions or thoughts about the mission? Drop them in the comments below. Thank you.